It was around the beginning of the match where we last saw Rin do some crazy shit. From stopping the Kaiser impact before it was even shot, to shutting down Kaiser, to making Bastard's midfield and defense look like children on a playground, passing through them with ease, embarrassing the hell out of Isagi by picking him up and not even giving Kaiser the time of day, but sadly for the shot attempt to be sought through and stopped by Hiyori. But now, as of chapter 269, we see that the tongue is finally out and the Rin back in the U20 that we all missed so much is finally here. Jesus, that was a big pause. Hey guys, DarkheroJosh here, and today we're going to be talking about Itoshi Rin, specifically Beserker Rin, and really just explain about the absolute chaos he's about to ensue onto the field, because this ain't the same Rin from the U20 game. So without further ado, I'm just gonna do my thing and get straight into this video. Now, first, I think it will be appropriate for us to look back at the Beserker Rin performance back in the U20 match, just for some important context that we might have missed or some things that you guys possibly may have forgotten, yada yada yada. So we all know that Rin went into this state after Itoshi Sai's corner kick, after misreading it and guarding Aiku instead of Shido, but the one who managed to see this possibility and shut it down was Isagi Yoichi. By covering Rin's dead zone, he was able to include Shido in the equation to score and take the proper precautions to clear the ball. As Blue Lock prepares to make a turnover, we see Rin infuriated that Isagi, as well as the rest of Blue Lock, bites back at his own football, as they don't let him be alone. But instead of being comforted by this feeling by most, a strong feeling of rage and disgust takes over his body, stating that he's going to crush Isagi into pieces while looking at him. As we continue to the next chapter with Blue Lock making this turnover, as Hiyori is about to decide whether to pass to Baro or Nagi, we see Rin steal the ball from him with a different look in his eyes. He then begins to say things like revenge, his brother Sai, Isagi, and everything else doesn't matter, and that anything that ties him down is disgusting. Finally understanding what his older brother's words meant when he said not to use him as an excuse to play the sport, stating that the one who is lukewarm and should be in pieces is himself, as he begins to stick out his tongue. This is where we start to see a different Rin, because as Isagi tries to give the helping hand to get by their defenders, he ignores him and decides to be less efficient and match up against each defender one by one, which is odd, being that up until now Rin was depicted as a more efficient, precise, and calculated player with his plays. As Nerutepe, the speedy defender of Japan, is first on Rin's kill list, we see Rin state his weapon is speed, and quickly thinks of a way to crush it with an opposite acceleration, leaving Neru in the dust. The next victim among the defenders is Darai Miroku. Now his weapon is slipping behind, so what Rin decides to do is to send the ball to Isagi to give him a little 1-2 to slip past him, but as Rin does do that and Isagi passes back the ball to him, Darai's back is turned against Rin as he tries to turn around, but then Rin stops it with his hand and traps the ball with his back heel. Such an amazing use of his body in this matchup, by the way. As the second defender has been dealt with, Neo Kazuma is quick to call out Rin before he could do it himself to be the next one up on his list. Now Neo Kazuma uses his body core as his engine. He starts off by placing the ball in front of him as bait for him to use his physical to charge. Rin starts off by placing the ball in front of Kazuma as bait for him to use his physical to charge towards him. And Rin does possibly the most disrespectful thing that he's done in the series, let alone these defenders, which was to break this man's balance from a low point, flipping him over. It's then where he charges towards Aiku, the captain of the Japan U20 team and the last defender in his way, the final wall. And even with Aiku at his best, updating all the data that he has from observing this new Rin, he even sees that he doesn't even stand a chance against this man. This is where Shido comes in to try and stop Rin himself, changing the chances from absolute 0 to 50, meaning that it's up to luck. But this does not stop Rin, because even with both of them on him, he still decides to go for the shot. And my goodness, does this spread look beautiful, but sadly, this shot hits the post, surprising everyone on and off the field. After Itoshi Sai got the second ball from that shot attempt and began to pass through the blue lock 11 with ease, we see Rin back again to stop him in this final matchup. As this matchup is leading with Sai with the ball, Rin manages to stay on him in this state, going blow for blow with him at that. But as Sai is about to pull a cross elastico nutmeg on Rin like he did during the beginning of this match, Rin manages to see through it and kicks the ball away, overall leading our boy Isagi to score his famous luck goal to finish the match in Blue Lock's victory 4-3. Now, from those crazy plays from Rin and the confirmation from Aiku's analysis, Rin leveled up several levels and changed his playstyle from his more beautiful, precise, and calculated one similar to his older brothers of destroying beautifully to a disposition playstyle that violently focuses on offense. One as Isagi describes as the exact opposite of Sai's, as he lets his opponents bring out their best and destroying that hideously. Now, although Rin's stats were boosted while in this state, this was always within him. He just wasn't able to enter that state because he wasn't pressured by Isagi this much. Or just generally, he didn't have the mental pressure upon him to enter the state. This state reminds me during the third selection where Isagi tapped into flow for a second and got that final goal before Shido and Rin could reach that point. More of a reflex state, and the reason why I say this is also because of what Hiyori told Isagi about his shot, and that it was the result of everything he's built up until that point, and all of it coming together in that singular moment, resulting in him reaching his top performance, as we'd call it today. Itoshi Sai also seemed like he knew this side of Rin before, so it only gives more reason to this being true. Now, what is more absolutely terrifying is that he managed to pass through the defenders of the former Japan U20 team. Keep in mind, they were known for their defense above all else as a team, gaining the title, the Iron Wall. And in just seconds, Rin just decimated that. Fast forward to the current arc, being the Neo Egos League, we first hear from Nagi that all of his attributes like his core strength, body balance, trapping, dribbling, and shooting have evolved beyond comprehension. And due to his attitude after he just pulled off a hat trick against Manshine talking to Nagi, I don't think he was really in any awakened or berserker state, and seemed kind of bored of Nagi not feeling any mental pressure from him that he needed for him to tap into the state completely. Now, facing Isagi in the Neo Egoist League, we see that Isagi is growing at a rapid rate to the point of becoming a player that can give him what he is lacking, which was that mental pressure. A player that can bring him enough torment and suffering like his older brother, who is stronger than everyone else and the one who can rightly stand in his way. Someone who he considers the ultimate egoist. That urge to destroy that type of egoist is key for him to enter this state, but the difference between him entering it back in the U20 game compared to now is that he is trying to enter that state deliberately at will, and I don't think y'all understand just how crazy that will be in this game. Rin was already capable of breaking through Bastard's half with the slight help of Nanase around the beginning of the game, and already pulled off a hat trick against Manshine City. Now we'll have a version of him that surpasses his already broken stats that are already described by Nagi as beyond comprehension, and especially with the new techniques he's learned during the league, like adding various spins to his shot, I can't really say it'll be a match after that because it'll turn out to be a complete massacre. Like all things considered, I know Isagi as the main character will give him at least some form of difficulty, but I really don't think Bastard will be able to do anything to stop this man. Anyways, that's all the Rin talk I've got for you guys today, so if you guys did enjoy this video, then please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment down below what other things Blue Lock do you guys want me to talk about next on the channel. Check out the socials like the Twitter and the IG. We're almost at 100 followers on both, so please go make sure to check those out, and join the Discord. We're almost at 100 members in that server too, so please join that if you want to interact with all the rest of my supporters and everyone else. And without further ado, I hope you guys do have a great day, and see ya.